Hello everyone. A lot of you guys don't know who I am. My name is Marco Henderson, and God have changed my life. First off, I'd like to thank God for giving me this chance to tell you guys my testimony. Be careful what you ask for. One day, I've been sitting there watching videos after videos after videos about out-of-body experiences, about different people's testimony about their out-of-body experiences. So I asked myself one day, okay, God, if you give me a chance of an out-of-body experience without death, I will show the world and talk to the world about what I experienced, to show and prove again that God is real. The devil is real. For anyone that don't believe that, I'm praying for you. Okay? So, past all of that, I asked God one day in a prayer, please give me a out-of-body experience, and I will show the world and explain to the world what I've seen. So it wasn't that night that I experienced anything. And I can't even tell you it was an out-of-body experience. But I felt in my heart, in my soul, that God showed me something I never want to experience ever again in my life. So one night, it was probably a few days after I said that prayer, that I felt like I experienced my experience of hell. And in this experience, I was asleep in a cabin, a log cabin, something I like. Something I always wanted to go do, camping in a log cabin, okay? I love camping. I love being around people and family. I love nature. Also, I love people. Anyways, I woke up in this cabin by myself, in the room by myself, no one around. As I got up, I look around in the cabin wondering, okay, where's my family? Where is everyone? It's a dream, okay? It felt so real though, like it was happening. So as I walked from the bedroom to out in the living room of this cabin, I hear a big boom, 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 bang on the door. It startled me. My heart was pacing. I looked out the window, didn't see anybody, but I heard a, please help me, please help me. So I run, being the person I am, I run to the door, open it up, and it was a handful of people standing there saying, please help us, these people are chasing us, please help us. And I peeked my head out the door to see what was there. And all I seen was a whole bunch of all black robes with no faces but red eyes in them. And it's sunny outside, but I see this like this was like a movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on in. And they were running inside the cabin. But as they running inside the cabin, so was the black robes, people in the black robes was chasing them. And as the last person run through the cabin door, they were all right there, the people in the black robes. And I shut the door in their faces really hard. And some reason they wouldn't even try to come in. But as I look out every window in the cabin, they were surrounding the cabin, just staring. No faces, just plain black. The darkness of dark you can ever see, but you see these bright red eyes shining right through them. People inside the cabin was like, thank you, sir. Thank you for letting us in. I was like, what are those things out there? They were like, I don't know. It just started chasing us as we were out there. Then all of a sudden, this baby started crying. I'm like, and it was crying so loud that I couldn't hear the person talking to me or anything else was going on. So I said, hey, can somebody get their baby? Their baby's crying. And this little girl standing right in front of the baby turns around, look at me like, with a big smile. And I ain't talking about no regular human smile. I'm talking about ear to ear smile. That would creep me out. She said, okay. And I looked down at her right hand. She had a knife. And she picked up this knife and started stabbing the baby constantly. And not just stabbing it, was stabbing it and ripping parts of the baby out. The inside, his arm, his leg, he was just ripping it and out. And blood was splattering everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But as I feel this, I couldn't move. I couldn't help the baby. And anybody know me, one of my biggest fear in life, if something happened to someone or a loved one and I can't help them. But as this girl was ripping this baby guts out, every person in the cabin was laughing really loud. I'm looking at everybody's face and they all had the smile, ear to ear smile, like they stretched their faces out. And they were laughing, pointing at the baby. And the baby, I'm here crying like, oh my gosh, well, I can't do anything. Then I stopped and I woke up in the same dream, in the cabin, in the same spot. I'm opening my eyes, heart still pacing in my dream. Like, what was that? Why am I still here? I get up, I walk into the living room again. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 at the door. Again. I'm like, deja vu, what's going on? So I run to the door because I hear the voices again outside and help me, help me. I open the door and they said, these people said the same people said the same thing. Please help me, these things are following me. And with no control, I look right out the door and there were the same all black robes again chasing them. As I said again, please come in, come right now, come. And as the last person come in, boom, once again, I slammed the door in their faces. The people in the black robes, not the people. I look around and say, are you guys okay? What are those things out there? As I asked them. They said they don't know. They was having a good time picnicking, and here they come chasing them with knives and all type of weapons. And as I look at every window again, they're all surrounding the whole cabin. Like at least 50 to 100 of them. Black. Couldn't see no face, but you see these red eyes. And I'm like, what's going on here? So as I'm trying to talk to another person in the cabin than I did before, this baby start crying again. I'm like, hey, somebody quiet that baby down. Somebody get their baby, check on the baby. And once again, that same little girl turned around, looked at me. Okay. With an ear-to-ear smile. I looked, and the first thing I did was look down her hand, and I seen the knife. And I remember what happened last time. I said, no, I'm going to stop it this time. But I couldn't move. I was stuck. Like, my thoughts was going, my eyes was going, but I couldn't move whatsoever. And she started ripping this baby guts out again. And he kept ripping it out. And everybody in the cabin was just laughing hysterically at the baby, pointing at the baby. And then pointing at me because I couldn't move. And I'm here crying in my dream like, oh my God, somebody please save this baby. What are you doing? And boom, just like that again. It stopped. And guess what happened? I woke up in the same spot. In the same cabin. Heart pacing. Now, with the thought of everything, I knew what was going to happen again because some of my reason I'm still stuck here. So I run to the living room. Before they start banging on the door, I open the door. And I said, I know, don't tell me, come in. So everybody's running in the house. And just like the last time, when the last person ran in the house, I, boom, closed the cabin door again. I look around the windows. And guess what? Robed people, no faces. And before I said anything, I went over there towards the baby. And now as I reached for the baby and grabbed it, I remember what happened the last time. I was stuck like this holding the baby. And I looked down at the little girl, and she had the ear-to-ear smile again. But instead of her, the baby sitting in this little bed or table, I was holding it in my arms. And then she started ripping the guts out of it as I could not move. So it wasn't, not only it was blood gushing everywhere, it was gushing all over me, stabbing my arm and everything, just gushing, just kept stabbing. And people in there was laughing again. And in my dream, I finally said, God, please help me. I don't want this no more. I don't want to see this anymore. And boom! The front door of the cabin just flew open. Sunniest day outside, but this light was so bright. It was almost like the sun was right in the doorway. And I couldn't barely see out that door because it was so bright. And at that moment, I could move. At that moment, I could move. And I ran. I ran to that light. I ran as fast as I can to the light to get out of the way of this evil. And as I ran through the light, I woke up in real life. Heart was pacing. And all the thoughts in my head was, I think I just experienced my hell. And it dawned on me what I prayed for days before. And God actually showed me what was going on. He showed me if I continue, it feels like I like all these thoughts was in my head, I can't explain it. If I continue doing what I was doing in my life, this is where I'm going to end up. And a lot of people don't know exactly, you don't know me, and the people that do know me, it was like, Marco, what were you doing to get in there? Anything and everything. Anything and everything I was doing in life. I was smoking weed. I was hanging out with a bad crowd. And they were good people, but their intentions was not right for me. I was going down the wrong path. I was drinking a lot. I was smoking a lot. Wasn't thinking about nothing in this world can happen. Like, I believe in God. I spoke to other people about have faith. But I wasn't doing what I was telling other people to do. I wasn't doing what I was telling other people to do. So I was contradicting what I was telling people and what I was trying to tell people. That I wasn't living the same way at all. Sorry for the interruption, but I was not living the way God want me to live. So I got on my knees and prayed, Lord, I pray and I beg you. I don't ever want to end up in that area. I don't want to go to hell. Please take out every evil thing, evil entity that's affecting my life. And this is what I prayed to God over and over for years. And I was realizing for a long time is, how can nobody want to hang out with me? Nobody want to bother me. Nobody want to come and chill with me. I'm asking, hey, you want to come and hang out? Nobody really don't want to hang out with me. People kept disappearing from my life, like family members, good friends. They all was just separate from my life. And I was wondering, like, did I do something to make people this way? But you know what? Those thoughts I was thinking are the devil's thoughts. He wants you to think that you're doing something wrong. Then I had to think it back again. what I've asked God and what I prayed for. I pray for you to take all these evil things out of my life. And for years, I'm thinking, wow, nobody really want to bother with me. So it made me sad. And guess what the devil was doing? Smiling at me. Smiling. Because that's how he want me to feel. That's how they want you to feel. They want you to start second guessing yourself. He wants you to start guessing or thinking that God is not there for you. And God has always been there for you. God will never leave any burden on you. But that's what the devil wants you to think. All your sadness, all of my sadness and anger and anxiety, that's not from God. That's from him. He wants you to feel that way. God never meant to leave any burden on you. He said, leave all your burdens on me. I will take care of you. But for years, this is what I kept believing. But then I realized that he was just taking all the evil away from me like I asked. I asked him for this and he gave it to me. I asked for out of body experience, and that experience that I got, he gave it to me. I prayed and asked God for a lot of things in life. And I always want this, and I want this. I want better for this, or I want that house too, or I want this car too. I want to take vacations like they do too. But you know what? What I've been missing all this time is that everything that God has given me is what I have asked for. And God is pretty much was telling me, you should be happy what I gave you. Do not want what other people have. And God have a special plan for everyone. And as God people and as Jesus Christ followers, we're going to go through a lot of obstacles in life. We're going to go through a lot of problems. But the main thing is to keep your faith into him and trust in his word. God said, if you ask for it with a pure heart, you shall receive. But you have to keep your full faith in him. Don't you fall off the faith. I have many times. So much that I was lost. If you feel the same way that you feel lost right now in life, you don't know what to do, it's probably because you've fallen off your faith and God is not in your life. And I know there's a lot of people out here that don't believe in God, they don't believe in Jesus Christ, thinking just man just rewrote the book in their own words. But I am a proven fact. I've witnessed so much in my life that there's no way there's not no God. But also there's no way there's not no devil. And I've been experiencing a lot of things in life, and still today I'm still experiencing things right now in my life. A lot of you haven't heard from me for a long time that know me, because I've been going through struggles. Ever since I've turned my life fully to God, I've been going through struggles. My family have been going through struggles. There's probably people even talk about me out there. You know what? I used to care. I don't care anymore. Only person I'm caring about is my relationship and the love that God had for me. I wanted to get closer to him and feel that same love. That unconditional love. There's so much stuff out here in life that I took for granted. I am thankful that I still have a roof over my head. I am thankful that God is still in my life. I am thankful that my God do not give up on us ever. Don't matter if it's your last breath. He is always there if you seek him and want him. A lot of people don't believe in none of that, and I will pray for you. Because you just don't understand. You think all the bad thing going in life, that God letting this happen to you? No. You're doing it to yourself. It took me years to realize this, that I've been doing this to myself. I can't blame God or no one else, because it's not their fault, it's mine. Sometimes he put obstacles in your life to show you what you're doing wrong or what others are doing to you. But if you seek in him, he will show you this way and he will pull you from all of it. I used to, like I said before, I used to be sad about there's nobody in my life anymore. No, I have no good friends. I do. I have one good friend, and that's God. Jesus Christ is the way. He is the most beautiful light you will ever seek through all the darkness that you have. All the darkness you go through, if you seek that light, your light will shine so bright. It will brush all that evil away without you even knowing. I am 38 years old. I'm going to be 39 here in 2024. It took me so many years, over 20 years, 10, 15, 20 years to realize what I've been doing in life and what God has been trying to show me. And I have to tell this to you guys now because it's been on my chest for a long time. I told my story about my experience of my hell. And I realized, like in hell, you will have your same consciousness. Your conscience don't leave you. But it's the worst consciousness over and over and over and over again. It will never go away for the rest of eternity. And I do not want that. See, like my shirt says, God got me. I know what that means. No matter what you're going through, he's always there. Sometimes I pray, I break down in tears, but it's not sad tears. It's tears of happiness because I know my God is listening and he's there. Because sometimes you ever feel that somebody praying over you, or you sitting there, you get this big warm feeling around you, around like somebody's like hugging you. That's the Holy Spirit. And he's letting you know, I'm here. I hear you, my son, my daughter. It took me a long time to realize that. There was one time, I'm going to tell you this other story before I let you guys go. There was this one time that I had once again, evil don't like attacking you when you're awake. They get you when you're most vulnerable. When you're drunk, when you're high, on anything. Or when you're asleep. And most of the time I get attacked when I'm asleep. Because I feel like you can't do nothing about it. Your body's out of control. So there's one time I had a dream that I was in my house. I was asleep. In my dream I was seeing myself sleep. And I got up, walked into the living room. And boom! These people bang in right through my house. These 3 guys, 4 guys, I don't know how many exactly it was. But they ran right into my house. And I stopped at the doorway, looked at them, and they looked right at me. One guy picked up a gun and pow! Shot me right in the chest. Normally in my dream, when I get shot or I get hurt, I instantly wake up. But I didn't. In this dream, I fell to my knees. And I looked down at my chest and my blood was just leaking out, and I realized that I was dying. And I fell to the ground because I was dying. I couldn't breathe in my dream. I was choking up blood. But there's something I can never explain, but something I can never forget either. Just like the hell dream I had. Something bright gold. It's all I can remember. It was so bright, but it was gold, like shining off of it, like it was so bright. Came right through my living room wall. And then instant, it was standing right next to me as I was lying down on the floor bleeding out. This bright gold thing put his hand over my head like this, and I instantly sat up. And he did like this, and I instantly stood up. And I looked down at my chest. The bullet had came out of my chest, and my chest sealed right back up. No blood, no nothing. And as this was happening, I was trying my best to look to the left, but I was like shaking because it wouldn't let me see it. But I knew it was there. It was there. Can't tell you it was a man or what it was, but it was tall. And I knew at that moment that, and how the warm feeling I told you guys about, what I felt, that's the Holy Spirit. This has to be one of God's angels. Or it has to be Jesus himself. Because the force was so strong, it was like a magnet. I could not look that direction. But I knew that I was okay at that moment. Everything I felt that love for me, that you just brought me back to life, whatever you are. And these three guys were staring at me and at us and shocked, scared. One ran and jumped out the window, but it didn't bust through the window. It jumped out the wall. I'm in shock like, what was that? And the other two just looked up and just whoosh, disappeared, took off. And I realized at that moment when I instantly woke up after that happened in real life, that I almost died in my dream. And God saved me. And wherever those was, I'm guessing there were evil demons or entities was trying to attack me while I was asleep in my most vulnerable moment. Got so scared of this bright light next to me that they took off. Didn't want no trouble. Didn't want no beef. And even after that, I was like, I kept on doing bad stuff in my life. I wasn't realizing what I was doing. But the devil will try to influence you any way he can. Get your mind lost up here. When you lost up here and you're away from God, he got you. Us humans never meant to go to hell. Hell was meant for the fallen angels. But the devil is going to corrupt you. It will make you want to go against God's commandments and his love. To bring you down there with them. Because not just the people that don't have God and Jesus in their life might go to hell. So are these fallen angels. They're not in hell right now. They're all around you. When God threw them out of heaven, they don't mean they went straight to hell. They're on this earth. We can't see them because they're in another dimension. And that's something I can't explain to you if you don't understand, if you don't know God. But I do know. I know. So I'm trying to tell you right now. The bad things happen in your life don't happen forever. That's why it only happens for a little bit of time, then something good happens, because that's God helping you through your life. If you seek him, you will understand that a lot more. Now, I always look around and people always ask, like, why is all these poorer people or people that don't have as much as some of these wealthier people always still smiling? But you see some of these rich and wealthy people always angry, always mad, always sad. Because they don't have God in their life. They think they got everything they want and need. But you can't do nothing without Christ. You can't go through anything without Christ. That's why you feel sad. That's why you feel angry at people. Jesus came on this earth to die for all our sins, or every sin that you have been causing now of your own or to other people. Jesus already died for us, for we have a second chance to go to heaven. He's building a room for you right now, in a mansion right now, where you can be exactly where he is at when the time comes, when he comes back. That's the kind of love that I want. That's the kind of love that I want to feel. This love here on earth that you have for your family members, that you have for your loved ones, that don't compare to no love, the pure love that is in heaven and through Jesus Christ. And I think I talk enough here already. The whole moment of this, be careful what you ask for, because God will give it to you. Be careful what you say will come out of your mouth, because your tongue is very powerful. You may not think what you're saying about these people affects them in their life, but it does. And on Judgment Day, you know what happens? Anything that you cause from your mouth, or what you've written to other people have seen, and it causes bad on them in their life, or bring them to worse things, it all falls on you. You're the reason why they having these bad problems. And you don't understand exactly what I'm saying if you don't believe. But your tongue is very powerful. Be careful what you ask for.